What's up guys, Keysy back with another video. So you guys know how I watch Peter McKinnon's videos all the time, and I've watched his channel like over 1,000,000 times. Well, there was this one video that I watched of him doing splash product photography, and it looked so cool. Like it was so cool that I went out and I tried it for myself. Alright guys, so right now we're gonna go to PetSmart to see how much a fish tank is, because I really want to try this like product photography in the water thing. So let's go see how much that is. Let's go. Alright, so we're now at PetSmart. If you can see it there. Let's see, where is it? Right there. Alright, so I'm not gonna take my camera inside because I don't want to carry the fish tank by myself and the camera. I don't want to drop either one. So yeah, I'll just be right back with the fish tank. Alright, so now we're back. We got the fish tank right there. It was only about like $30. Thank God for discounts and memberships. So yeah, let's get home and set this thing up because I really want to try it. Alright, so right now we're just going to be filling up the tank with water. I'm sorry I'm out of frame or the lighting's really bad. It's just I need to fill this up with water in my kitchen, so there's not a lot of space. So once I fill this up with water, I'm going to go back to my room and start taking the pictures and everything. So alright, so right now I'm gonna tape a backdrop. I have a blue, a gray, and a yellow one, and I also have, I couldn't find a really big black one, so I had to get just like a bunch of these little ones. So I might just end up doing that just so I could get a black background and a lot cleaner look. So I'm just gonna tape that to the back of this wall, and let's see how it turns out. Alright, so that should kind of do the trick. I'll do some Photoshop with all the lines out. I'll delete them in Photoshop. But I am going to switch to my Canon T6 because I am going to need this EOS R to shoot all the photos. So if the quality does go down a little bit, I'm really sorry. But I hope these pictures end up a lot better because, yeah, this takes a lot of time. And that thing was so full, taking it from the freaking kitchen to my room. So yeah, let's just get this all set up first. Alright, so now we're back on the Rebel T6. I am by myself at home, so I'm going to have to connect the EOS R to my phone and just try to drop everything on my own and while on high shutter speed. So yeah, let's see if we can get any good shots with this. At first I was really nervous because I didn't know how exactly this would end up going. Like when I was filling up that water tank, I had to transport it all the way from my kitchen to my room. I really did not want to drop. I was so scared to drop that thing, and it was so heavy. Like that thing was ridiculously heavy. But once I got it on and I set everything up, like I was like super excited just because I wanted to see how these pictures would end up. Even if they sucked, I wouldn't have cared because I really wanted to try it so bad. My one thing with it is I did it on the 50mm lens. It's the fastest lens that I have. It's not anything like an L series or anything crazy. It's just like the nifty 50. But I realized that when I was taking the pictures, that when I wanted to do it on autofocus, it would just not shoot on time. And I had it on like the high speed shutter. So, you know, once it dropped, I needed to catch it because I didn't want to get any of that blur. I realized that I had to crank it up all the way to like 1/8,000th of a second, I think what it was. I can't remember. But yeah, when I had it on autofocus, it would not shoot as fast as I wanted to. So what I realized that I had to do was I had to put my hand in front, of the object in front in the water like that, and get the manual focus dialed in, so that when I turned it to manual focus and had on manual focus, it just fired like that instantly. And I figured out that that was the best way that I could do it. I couldn't get it on autofocus by itself, so I did have to turn it to manual. And that was really hard because I had it in a specific point, and then when I dropped, it wouldn't drop at that specific spot. So the pictures wouldn't end up clear. I took like 400 pictures. It was ridiculous. And I think only like 5 or 6 ended up good out of those 400. But that just really goes to show that I took a whole hour just to finish that thing. Like just to get some pictures that I was happy with. And with that high shutter speed, you know, I had to compensate with the ISO. So I just had to crank the ISO really high. I had my studio light that I have right here. I had it beaming on top of that. I had it all the shots are shot on 1.8. So I did have to crank up that ISO up really high. I don't really like using the ISO because I just hate all the grain that it leaves with it. But in that situation, I really had to use it. Even with the light set up to its highest, like, you know, 100%, I still had to crank it up a little bit. With those pictures, I ended up really happy with what I got. I'm kind of mad that it took I'm not necessarily mad that it took so many. It's just it was kind of annoying that out of all those pictures, only 5 ended up really well. After I was finished editing those in Lightroom, I did transport them over to Photoshop just to delete, like he said, like Peter McKinnon said in his videos, all those little bubbles and just make it a little bit more clean. What I had to do exactly was, since my pictures, the black didn't end up as black as I wanted to, it kind of like gray. So what I had to do is get one of the pictures that ended up really black and then blow that up really big and overlay it on top of the picture that I wanted. I didn't mess with the opacity, but I did mess with the, I don't know exactly what it's called. I don't know if it's the opacity, but I changed it to soft light, I think it was, or hard light, one of those. And so I had to grab the stamp tool and just stamp that black part and just try to erase all that I could around my knife and around the coin and around the Supreme ball, just to get the black as clean as I could and just a picture as clean as I could, because I wanted the main focus to be the object that dropped and not when somebody sees this, they just see like a bunch of little bubbles around the thing. And what I do plan on doing is like one to probably 3 pictures I'll end up like printing out like really big and hanging them in my room, because I never printed any of my pictures out. And Peter McKinnon says that, you know, he recommends printing them out. So I'm gonna do that and just have them hung up on my wall. And when I do that, I'll make a little video of how they ended up, how they turned out, and when I frame it. I hope you guys want to see that video. Let me know down in the comments down below. And maybe any questions that you have that probably weren't answered in this video about how I took the picture. If you guys want a tutorial, I could also do that. I could try my best. This is my first time doing it. So I'll probably try to do it a couple more times just to get it dialed in and everything right. But yeah, I'm going to throw up the pictures on the screen, and I really hope you guys enjoy it.